to Forever Pontiac. This is Ringo. Just today, I figured we'd do another installation of Did You Know, and thought we'd go over activity streams. Activity streams aren't necessarily the most sexiest feature of our software, but is certainly probably one of the best to see what's happening throughout all our applications that make up our Forever Pontiac community. Um, you can think of it kind of like the Facebook newsfeed in a way. It very much will allow you to see everything that's going on, or you can even narrow it down and do a whole bunch of things. So, uh, we'll start up here at the top in our navigation under Discuss and Share, mainly because it has to do a lot with the Forms application, mainly activity streams, because you always want to see what's going on. But I want to stress this kind of, it bleeds into all the other applications such as Gallery, our clubs, our calendar, our downloads, the garage, and classifieds. All our applications, you can kind of see what's new, what has been updated, kind of go back and see what activity has taken place. It's all pretty neat on what's going on. And the first one that going to show you is probably going to be the most widely used, especially for frequent members. It's kind of the unread content stream, which is over here, and it is what our software calls quote unquote the default, which we kind of put main in front on the screen. So I went ahead and clicked that. You'll kind of see, scroll down here, and you'll kind of see that Last Indian right now, posted in two separate topics in our forums. Uh, each of these I haven't viewed yet, and it kind of gives you a whole bunch of neat little details that you can do. You can kind of choose how you view it. If there's a lot of information in a large stream, you can even condense it to kind of go through and find maybe something you're particularly looking for. You can even narrow it down up here. You can come into content types and go, all right, I'm not interested in anything but our forms, so I'll select topics. Um, you can kind of go in and see a whole bunch of different things that are available. You can even change the ownership and go, all right, I only want to see things I started. I only want to see things in which I posted in. Or you can even say, all right, I want to see content by a specific member, say Last Indian, for instance, because he just posted right here. There's a whole bunch of different settings up here. I'm not going to go into every single one to kind of overwhelm you guys, but as you can kind of see right here, as I was playing with these different filters and different sorting types, that it came up here and said, do you want to save these changes? And if I were to do that and save it as a new stream, that would then be available to me in the future. So if you filter one and you an activity stream and you find a certain setting that you particularly like, you can kind of save it and then come back to it, which I think is pretty neat. I'm going to go ahead and not save it right now because I kind of wanted to go ahead and show you some other stuff too. We do have some built-in activity streams which go through a whole bunch of things. The all activity stream, which by name kind of gives all activity throughout the community of what's going on, what's taken place, and you can even see different things, kind of like who joined in a certain time period, who changed their profile photo, who started following stuff, and just general things throughout the whole community, which is pretty neat. I would say it's more of a kind of, how do I want to put it, newsfeed type thing for Facebook to kind of see this view, because it kind of gives you all what's going on, and then once you hit the bottom, you can even say load more activity, and it just keeps going on and on and on and on. The next one that is available is content I started. This will only show you content in which you have created. As you can see, my latest topics have been about Pontiac of the month, both nomination and vote. I also started testing, and then you can also see some of my weekly cruises from the gallery. So mention again, it goes throughout all applications to kind of see what's going on here. The next one is content I posted in, which doesn't mean necessarily that I started it, but I kind of have posted in it either as a reply, a comment, or what have you. In this one, I automatically chose the condensed view, but you can kind of expand it as well. And now here is the fun one. You can kind of go into my activity streams, and you can kind of see the custom streams that you have created. I've created one here called non-auto news, which will filter out all our forums except for the auto news, so that I can kind of see what is being posted, what's going on, and it kind of makes things a little easier to read, because sometimes our auto news is not necessarily stuff that I'm interested in first when I kind of wake up and get to the forums, so I kind of go to that and see what's been going on. But let's say I do want to add albums into this. I can click the albums, which is from our gallery application, and click apply changes, and then it will pop up again and ask me, do I want to save it as the changes or as a new stream? I'll just save the changes for now, and everything will resave and be available to me on next reload. I went ahead and kind of reloaded the page to kind of show you this. As you can see, albums are now included. This would go with anything that you're doing, such as if you want to change the read status to do a different activity, you can change that. You can change the ownership, following everything. So that's kind of a crash course into activity streams. As I said, there's kind of a lot going on here, and I don't want to dive too deeply in it to make it a useless video for you guys, because you may want to skip over and just see what's going on. But I would highly encourage you to ask questions, start using activity streams if you haven't, and just see overall what's been going on in the community. It's a great way to keep in touch with not only your topics, but see new topics and ever evolving things throughout the community. Please leave your questions in this thread, and I hope to see you around. Bye.